Smells like cat food. Oh no, there it is. It smells citrusy. I don't know why, I just thought it smelled like cat food. Hey guys, do you often ask yourself what do you have to do to get some decent looking trim? Come on. I can't, I'm sorry. The plastic trim that is around like your mirrors, your wiper cowl, at the bottom of your car. This is really awkward. Now this is just my method when I detail cars. It's something I've always done, but I always do my trim detailing first before I apply waxes. Now the big thing with automotive trim, like black plastic trim on cars, depending on the manufacturer of the car, some plastics are very porous and they'll absorb car wax quickly. And when sun hits that black plastic and it has wax embedded into it, it can often ruin and stain the plastic. There are tons of products out there that you can use to dress your trim on cars. Really the thing I've noticed the differences between the different brands is how quickly it wears off, and also when you wash the car for the first time. Some of the more greasy trim detail products, when you wash the car, you'll get like oil stains coming down wherever the trim was at. For instance, like the mirror, if you have this covered in trim dressing, depending on the brand, you'll get like oil stains that will like come down the paint. They usually don't last that long and they tend to wash off, and it's almost like your plastic becomes like addicted to it, like a crack addict. Now you can see the trim on my Forester is in pretty healthy condition. It's not too white, it's not faded, and it's because I take care of it and I do this quite frequently. But the worst area on my Forester is this back guard by the rear tailgate. This one fades pretty quickly, and as you can see, it's kind of faded looking right now. So we're gonna adjust this and see how it works, as well as all the plastic at the bottom of the car. About that trim dough. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna prep the surface. So I'm gonna use some of this X by Nanolex. I use it for prepping surfaces before I put waxes and sealants on there, because the stuff removes old wax and grease and grime, and I don't know, just basically makes the surface nice and clean to be able to apply whatever you're gonna put on there. So I'm gonna use it on this plastic back here. The car is clean, but just in case, I'm gonna go over the plastic, because if I put the trim rejuvenator on top of dirt, I'm just making shiny dirt. And I don't want to make shiny dirt. Now, if you don't have the X from Nanolex or anything similar, the concept is you just want to make sure the surface is nice and clean and free of contaminants before you put trim dressing on, or else the stuff's not going to last as long because you're just making shiny dirt. And I just noticed on camera that I have a little bit of a farmer's tan. If you get any on the paint, doesn't really matter. Just make sure that you apply some wax after. My car has the Hydrosilex ceramic coating on it. So, not really worried. It really wasn't that dirty, truthfully. Most of the dirt that I'm finding back here is right in the grooves along the plastic. Now you can use a brush also to do this. I'm just using a microfiber because I can really put some pressure down on this plastic and scrub. See everything that's removing? You can see this is all that came off of the back bumper. Now this car was clean. I just barely washed it and I only drove it once since, just to the store and back. Like lots of other things in life, preparation is 80% of the work. That gives you 20% of the results. I'm trying to pull the Pareto principle into this and I don't really know how I can do that. Make sure you get all the little nooks and crannies. Huzzah! It actually wasn't that dirty. This stuff works pretty good, but it won't get rid of hard water spots, that's for sure. And this is what they call going down the rabbit hole. You can't just stop at detailing one part of the trim. No. What do? I do all of it. You. I cleaned all the plastic trim here at the bottom of my doors to put the trim protectant on, and I also, while I was at it, I knocked out the rubber down wherever my hand is, down here somewhere. I'm not actually gonna be putting the same trim protectant on the rubber because I got this stuff. It's gummy pledge stift. Pledge stift. I'm sorry, nein sprechen Sie Deutsch. It smells like cat food. Oh no, there it is. It smells citrusy. I don't know why, I just thought it smelled like cat food. Just ignore that part. So, time to smear this stuff on the rubber and make it stiff. It's like the stuff that you write on windows with. Like just married. Guess I'll do this rubber too while I'm at it. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna do the trim. Now I'm just gonna do the rubber. Now I'm quick waxing my door jambs. I think I need an intervention for car detailing. I've tried probably like a dozen or so trim detailing products, and I'm not gonna sit here and tell you which ones are better, which ones aren't, because that's just not what I'm here to do. I have a few favorites out of all the ones I've tried, and I have one that's been sitting on my shelf for 2 years right now that works absolutely horrible. One I recently just got from my collaboration with Detailer's Domain, which if you guys want to check out their website, I have a coupon code down below in the video description, gets you 10% off. Just saying. Anyway, Nanolex Trim Rejuvenator. Now, I just tried this one out for the first time, so I don't have a good longevity report on how long this stuff lasts. Applied this probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I don't know exactly. The car has been washed once since then. It's been driven a couple 100 miles, and I haven't done anything to it, and it looks pretty good. I have to say, it looks decent in here. The one thing I really liked is it's not too oily, but we still see how it holds up under the sun. It hasn't really been tested yet. My car's been in the garage most of the time. So now you can apply this with a microfiber, which I just started putting some on my microfiber because I wasn't paying attention to what I'm doing. Or you can use a little sponge applicator pad, which I am going to use. You just put a little bit on the applicator pad, get it nice and saturated, and then you're just gonna work this into the plastic, and then after you work it in, let it sit a little bit and then just kind of buff it off to get any residual product that you might have left over. Okay, let's do it. I'm gonna work it into the plastic. I don't have enough on there. Really load this up. There we go. All right, I put a little bit too much. I said my car was clean, but there's actually dirt and dust that built up in there already. That's just from one quick drive. So just kind of keep working it into the plastic. I really like this stuff because it's not oily. I've used other products before that just seem like really oily and they leave like streaks. This isn't really streaking. It's actually foamy when you apply it, which is really weird. It's kind of like foaming up. Wipe off any extra that I have, just because I don't want this to wash off when I go to wash the car. Like so. I'll let that sit on there for a second, then I'll buff it off. Just kind of buffing the product in, making sure that there's no residual left over. I have this half of this done and half of it not. So I'm gonna show you with no lights turned on in here, it's just kind of like natural lighting, the difference between treated and untreated. Here is the treated side, and there is the untreated side. I'm gonna use this guy right here and show you the difference. Here is the treated plastic. It looks really good. And then we're gonna go over to the untreated. Here's the untreated side. There's not a lot of gloss, which is another thing I like. I don't like a lot of gloss in my plastic. And there we go. Finished product. Yes, I cleaned that up a little bit too. Looks so much better. Anyway, I know this was kind of a basic video for some of you, but for others, this might be valuable information. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you want to see more of these like specific detailing how-tos on like how I did the trim and I did the glass and I did some other ones. Anyway, just let me know in the comment section below and I will do some more of these. All right, I'll see you guys soon with another video. Bye. You guys always make comments about having my hair on one side of my head, so pledge stiffed. Pledge stiffed. Everyone always questions Zoolander why he did blue steel. Stuff kind of looks like lip, oh, I'll put my lips. I'm disappointed in myself sometimes.